Ladies, gentlemen, Legion and Dumb, welcome back to some Random Dumbass YouTube channel. I am the Random Dumbass, and today we are back with more Doki Doki Literature Club. In the last episode, we joined the club again, despite the fact that I, myself, wanted to play baseball instead. But, we're here, and we have to write poems and shit, so... Y'all know the drill with writing poems. I will be back at the end. So, yeah, we just cut ahead. All right, I'm back. I'll give you one guess at who I went with. One guess. One guess. Okay. Okay, breathe. Let's do this. Okay. Hi again, SRD. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Believe me, I wanted to. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. What? This is not okay. Thanks for keeping your promise, SRD. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Why? Why? What's the letter that comes right before the letter Z? Why? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Excuse me, I carry around an aluminum bat every single day. The fuck are you gonna do to me? Why is she in front of everything? Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga's literature, yeah, you keep telling yourself that. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, SRD, we'll have to make sure to put your comfort first, okay? The room is spinning. It's either spinning or it's tilted. What the? It's spinning. It's actually spinning. Jesus. Speaking of spinning, I'm spitting all over my computer screen. What the fuck is happening? I feel like I'm on drugs. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed gaze. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. The room is still spinning, and I am not, I feel like... Oh, God, this is bad. Like you said, I'm in the club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick a book up. If you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's called Why the Room is Spinning. Why? I am not okay with this. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally, I say that with quotes, being so cute? She knows exactly what she's doing. She done it once, she's doing it again. She stick them where it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it wasn't broke, so she ain't fixing it. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh, good. The room is back to normal. Great. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. Well, that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. In case you guessed Yuri at the beginning of the episode, you were correct. I'm monogamous by personality, even though the last one I was like, maybe not really. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Yo, eye tag still sucks. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I'm under this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Yeah, sure. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Amazon.com shipping error? Let's go with that. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. This is different than the last one. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. And but the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding them people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Actually, sounds kind of interesting. I wouldn't be opposed to picking that up. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Stories about human experiment prisons sound like a nice story? Yeah, sure. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, SRD? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Jesus Christ! What the fuck? What is happening? I'm not okay with this. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole... What? That said, my whole body gets incredibly... stroke words. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Okay, apology accepted. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It is a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. Why am I not okay? Why am I not okay with this? I mean, you don't have to, but, what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just bathing in the feeling of your... What the fuck? What? This... I am not okay. Am I gonna have to put on an extra pair of pants? Because I need all the protection I can get. I don't know. I'm afraid. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, shit. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk clothes up against Yuri's and hold my books more in between the two of us. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. Hey. Just in case you were wondering, we still have hands. So not all is lost. We still have hands. Yes. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, yeah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Then I read the second chapter through a megaphone. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange, my thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. That look is not... This is not okay to me. What is happening? Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. What the fuck? I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I would say otherwise, but... If you insist. Alright, I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? SRD, did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figure we just get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Alright, so y'all know the drill by now. This episode is now just about over. I want to thank you guys for watching this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Please be sure to like the video, comment down below how many times I screwed up on my English, and if you really like this video or this series, please subscribe, join the Legion of Dumb today. It's like the Legion of Doom, except we're all stupid. And if you really like this series or any other series I do, for some reason this is content only a mother could love, please ring the bell next to the subscribe button. You'll get notified instantly of when I upload videos. I've been Summer Random Dumbass. You've all been amazing, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.